good, because we're recording. All right, what's going on there in the loop fans? My name is Clint Novak. This is Braden, and we are now leaving North Carolina. We're actually in Raleigh. Last night we came up to Raleigh to check out the Frankies Fun Park. But before we get to that, we just left lunch at a place called, I forgot the name of the place. Jimmy's Franks?
Jimmy's Famous Hot Dogs.
Jimmy's Famous Hot Dogs. Jimmy's Franks would have been better. I like that name better.
But, yeah.
Jimmy's Franks. It's like the double, you got the double name, but one name means something different. That seems right?
It could be Franks.
No, that just seems weird. I don't know if I want Franks. No, Jimmy's Famous Hot Dogs. Really, really good place. Very cheap for like $6 or $7. I got a cheeseburger, a hot dog, a thing of fries, and a drink. And all of that was, I'm going north on 85, right? Yeah, I'm sure. I think so. All of that was like $7 and very tasty, very good.
Yeah, and I got a hot dog, what do they call it? It was all the way? Yeah, he kept asking me if I was going to go all the way.
No, it's Jimmy's dog. Yeah. Or Jimmy's Famous or something like that.
Right, well, I got a Jimmy's Famous dog, but he asked if I wanted to go all the way.
All the way with Jimmy?
Yeah. All the way was with coleslaw, chili, I don't know.
Sounds about right.
It was stuff.
Cheese? Was there cheese?
There was no cheese. I didn't get the one with cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was really good. And then also banana pudding, which was only $1, and it had real bananas in it. It was delicious.
March Madness going on. So they had dollar pudding. It was a big thing of it, too.
Yeah,
it was not
my whole thing was under $5, so it was awesome. It was good.
Very good.
And then you were saying, what was it? Oh, I asked you if you wanted some banana pudding, and you said no. Because
that's too healthy. It's too healthy. There's bananas in that stuff. I'm not falling for that crap. Look at me. But this guy doesn't eat bananas.
But your hamburger had lettuce and tomato on it.
You gonna bust my balls about everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a little bit of vegetables on my burger. I took the tomato off. Does that count?
I guess. Well, if you're concerned about vegetables, I saw they had a deep fried or just a fried bologna sandwich. I'm sure no vegetables on that.
You know what doesn't have vegetables on it is the fried bologna sandwich. That's hilarious. Yeah. I'm intrigued now because I didn't see the fried bologna sandwich until we were leaving.
Yeah.
So I totally missed out on trying out a fried bologna sandwich. Now, I think that's a South thing, right? Southern thing?
I think it is, yeah, or a broke thing. If you're trying to make something fancy, you fry some bologna. Are you gonna puke on this one too?
No. It's a Southern thing, or a broke thing.
Yeah, or a broke thing, yeah.
The two could be one of the same, Southern broke.
It could have been.
It's like Hawaii. They do the spam stuff. Yes. Everything with spam. We need to talk to Joel about that.
Or Japanese, they have musabi or musubi. I'm probably saying that wrong. Someone's gonna get mad at me. But it's basically sushi with spam instead of fish. It's really good. You've never had that before? It is. It's great. It's seaweed wrapped spam and rice.
Is spam raw?
Yeah. Or no, it's not raw. It's fried.
Oh, you know where spam is based out of?
I'm going to assume somewhere near here.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
The Hormel plant.
Yeah.
Spam. Minnesota, we basically supply all the food from Hawaii.
Great.
They supply their own pineapples. We give them spam.
That's right.
Wow. So we're on our way back. We obviously did Fury 325 Media Day yesterday, and we got some of the footage up on the YouTube page. Pretty exciting stuff. The ride was amazing. I fucked up. Braden, all the way down, was quizzing me on facts. How tall is it? It's 325 feet. How long of a ride is it? It's 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And how big is the first drop? It's 320 feet. I fucked up. During the video, and you can even see it in my face when I say 302, and I give that that's not right. But we're at the top of the lift hill, and you only get one shot at this. It's not like you pull back. Like, how many shots do we normally take? Like, when I do something, how many takes does it usually take me to get it?
Maybe 3.
Obviously, the fewest would be 1.
Yeah.
The most is probably 4, but on average, it would probably be about 2. Like,
2,
it's in there. Sometimes I'll take 3, but sometimes, boom, I nail it in that first take.
Yep.
When you're on the coaster, you get 1 take.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't pull back at the station and say, "Oh, I messed up with that. Can we reshoot?" No, that's not happening.
To be fair, you were at the top of the world's tallest roller coaster. So
not only do you have 1 shot, but they put you in the most intense position possible. We're going to put you on a roller coaster, and now you have to get your spiel correct. You know, that's a craziness of it.
Yeah.
So I messed up. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I definitely knew it going into it how far the drop was, and I could see it in my face that I definitely said it wrong, but it was too late to correct because, oh shit, we're going down.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it was a good time. It was a good time. We woke up. We stayed right next to the park at a Motel 6. Devin Olson and the Devin Olson media crew met up with us that evening at the hotel, so they could basically. Huh?
Wouldn't that be considered morning?
Yeah. It was 11 p.m. at night when Devin arrived, and we arrived, and then Devin came up to our room because we found out we were staying at the same place. And so Devin came up, and you guys were kind of geeking out a little bit. He was geeking out. You were just kind of laying back, bragging, I guess. You know, they're measuring. They were measuring cameras. That's what they were doing. Measuring cameras,
measuring focal length.
And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, Devin is still in our room and still talking loud as could be. You know, having a great time. Yeah, it was fun. And then he goes. I've already changed to my PJs. I'm ready for bed. It was an exhausting day for me, and then Devin's like, let's get Brian up here. He just arrived into town, so he calls Brian. He's like, hey, come up to this room first. I'm not going to tell you whose room it is. Just come up to this room. And so Brian came up, and that was another 15-20 minutes of being nerds. Yeah. And then we all went to bed. Well, I don't know what they did, but we went to bed. And the next morning, we did some Cracker Barrel before the park, going to the park. And it was interesting because Cracker Barrel, I've seen this before at another Cracker. I've only eaten 3 times at a Cracker Barrel. 2 of the times was during some type of enthusiast event. And this time it was the closest thing to the park, so we went. Yeah. And it didn't even dawn on me. All the coaster enthusiasts would be there, and they were all out in full force. A lot of ACE members were hanging out in there. Brian Mitchell from the Amusement Wire came in and was having breakfast. Kevin from Ohio was down, and he was having breakfast at the Cracker Barrel. So a good time.
Except for your ham.
Oh my God. So I got all excited. I was ordering my food, but when I was ordering, Kevin walked into the restaurant and sat down by himself. In my mind is, I got to go stop him from ordering because I'm going to pull him over. He can sit at our table with us. I don't want him eating by himself. And so she's asking me, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, I say one thing I never say, water. I never say water, and I said water because I was so perturbed. I was water. I know they have water. I'm going to say water. Then she goes, okay, what kind of ham do you want with your platter? And I'm like, oh, there's more ham options? How am I going to do this? I got to go talk to Kevin.
I thought it was just ham.
Yeah. So she goes, there's a country sugar glaze ham, something like that, and then there's another kind of ham. And I was like, that ham, that one right there. And she, okay. And I wasn't even listening to her at this point. I was just like, how can you screw up on ham? It's ham. Just give me the ham. Right. And then, how do you want your eggs? Oh, damn it.
Yeah. What is it called when they're runny in the middle?
Normally, now this is the thing. The only kind of eggs that I actually somewhat enjoy eating would be scrambled with crap on top of it. Unhealthy, like fried onions and green peppers and cheese and just a lot of crap on it. I'm not a big egg fan. And I said, well, what is it? Because in my mind, I'm like, well, I'll probably get toast with this meal, so I can dip the toast in the yolk. That'll be good. I was like, so what's when the yolk's running? She's like, it's blah, blah, blah. And then she walks away. And I go and I talk to Kevin and rush over there. Hey, Kevin, you want to come sit with us? No, me and Brian are sitting together. I don't know how many people he's bringing. So all for nothing now. Right. Kevin's not even going to sit with us. He's going to sit over with Brian, which is fine. And then I go back to the table and sit down, and my meal comes, and like 50% of it is shit I wouldn't eat. I was like, wait a minute, and he was like, you ordered it, and I was like, what? I was not in the ordering moment.
We gotta go back. You stood up in the middle of ordering, and the lady was kind of like, what is he doing?
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I was like, what is he doing? And then he perked up because he saw something, or someone. But you ordered that all standing up, like, yeah.
Whatever. Just give it. Just put it on a plate. Yeah. So the ham. And now going back on it, would love to have had the sugar glazed ham.
That sounds right.
It would have been amazing.
Not the salted pork ham.
Salted ham that was tough as could be, and every mouthful of this ham tasted like you were eating a salt shaker that had all the salt had like congealed together to make one big salt block, and that's what it tasted like I was eating.
Jeez.
Oh. And then the eggs, I didn't get toast. There's no toast. No, I just got eggs. And so
you could dip your ham in it.
I was. It was I guess it was a tougher ham, they say. It was a tough ham.
Yeah.
And so I was just like circling it around in my eggs to make it taste better. Oh, but it was good. I do have to say the hash browns are amazing, and that's because they put like cheese and stuff in it. It's like hash brown casserole. Okay. So that was pretty good, and yeah. So that was that. So we left there, went and got in line over at Media Day because first they're not going to open the gates I think till 9:45. It was 9 in the morning or 9:15, 9:30. So we pull up to the gates there, the parking gates before they open. And it was fun. We got out of the car. We got to chat with some people. Dave, Ann and David, got to see them and hang out with them a little bit. Devin Olson was first in line over there with Brian and his crew from CoasterNet and Devin Olson Media. And a lot of people. We just got a chance to run into a lot of people that were hanging out in line there. Kim and Rob were there too. Kim and Rob. And so that was a good time. Then, of course, they opened up the gates and we went in and that's when the real shit hit the fan. When I go to an amusement park, and this includes Media Day, I want to be there when it opens. I go to Kings Dominion, if possible, I'm going to be there when it opens. On a trip, if I'm at Dollywood, I'm going to make sure everybody's ready to go because I want to be there when it opens. I want to be there and get the most out of my day and my money and my travel time.
Right.
So we have this half hour of sitting in the parking lot, or a half hour of sitting in the queue line for the parking lot, or we could have been getting our shit together. And I had all my shit together because I'm the talent. I am the shit. Okay? This guy over here, we get in the parking lot. He's like, I got to get everything ready. I was like, get everything ready. What were you doing the last half hour sitting out there in the queue line of a parking lot? So we didn't get the rush in like all the other nerds. We had to take our time.
Well, to be fair,
we missed Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown wasn't even out there by the time we went in. It was Linus. Linus. We got Linus.
No. By the time, to be fair, when we got in there, they actually stopped everybody, and you couldn't even go in. And we were probably the 8th person to step a foot around the corner to see Fury. So he's exaggerating.
Still, I could have had plenty of stand around time at the gate, but instead this guy had to make us late.
Yeah, you got to put lenses on. You got to take stuff out of the cases.
Yeah, I'll congeal it all into one. That's the second time I've used that word. I don't even know if I'm using it.
Are you going to use it again?
I was saying congeal all of your stuff into one case. That wouldn't be correct, would it? Because it's not like
compile everything.
Compile everything into one place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really the one thing that's kind of a bummer is like you walk in and you walk past Linus. They had the big red carpet.
Yeah, hold on, Linus.
No, Linus.
Where was Snoopy?
Charlie Brown would have been acceptable to us, and there were pictures of Charlie Brown, so he was there somewhere.
Yeah,
but yeah, we got Linus, and when we pass by, you kind of go through the arboretum or whatever that thing is. So you go through that, and they had a stage there with this really cool band playing music. But again, we're nerds; we blow by that to get down there.
The Brass Brigade. Why did I remember that name? The Brass Brigade.
And they were doing a really good job too. They hired some swingers to come in and do some swing dancing, not the kind of swingers that you
not that kind of swing.
Not that kind of. Well, they could have been. We don't know, but they liked swing dancing. So
right.
So they were doing that, and we blew by it, but what we were hearing was actually really good. So was that the Brass Brigade? I thought the Brass Brigade was a traveling band, like the clown band.
He said in the announcement, which you can see the video on the YouTube page,
okay.
He said that there's going to be more bands like that throughout the year at Carowinds, bringing the park to life. And he said that was the Brass Brigade. We unfortunately missed them because we were busy filming Fury and getting
which is silly because, I mean, yes, you go down, you want to see Fury as soon as possible, and you get down there, but there's another, again, an hour of just stand around time then before the media announcement, because then it's 10 o'clock, we're down there, and we could have been back checking out the Brass Brigade.
Yeah, one of the annoying things for me was, again, it's about efficiency. And I'm like, all right, I came all the way from California. I want to film this thing. I want to give you guys a proper coverage, but I want to get my rides in.
Yep.
And so they said at 10 o'clock is when Media Day started. No, 10 o'clock, that's not when Media Day started. We got in there, they opened up the gates and let us in at 10. Then they said the announcement was going to be at 11. Okay, so nothing's going on. Everybody's mingling. We did an awesome little VIP video.
Since we had an hour, I was like, you know what? Fire up the camera. Let's get some. I want to talk to all of the people from all the other sites. So we ran into Jason Hammond from Great Ohio Coaster Club, Brian Mitchell from AmusementWire.com,
Coaster Radio.
The guys, not the guys, but some guys from Coaster Radio were there, and we did a thing for them because they were on our thing, so they're like, we want to get an interview with you, but we want to do something funny because back and forth, Coaster Radio and In the Loop have always had this fun relationship, and I said, well, let's act like I'm somewhat arrogant. I don't think I'm arrogant. Am I really arrogant? No. Okay. I'll act somewhat arrogant and act like I don't know who Coaster Radio is, and then finish off with, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this, and walk away. Which is, walking away is only funny if it was a video, but in the audio, I can just say, oh, no, that's all right, guys, I'm bye, and then that's it. I actually walked away, but you don't see that. And so that's what we did. He rolls, he goes, hey, we're here with Clint Novak from In the Loop, and it says something, I'm sorry, who are you guys with again? Coaster Radio, the original theme park podcast. I was like, well, wait. I think In the Loop is the original theme park podcast. So I got defensive. And then he's like, Mike Collins. And I was like, no, I don't know a guy named Mike Collins. I'm not doing this. So then walked away. So I hope it turned out well.
We all laughed. They knew it was all in fun. So if you guys have heard the Coaster Radio episode, you think Clint was all serious? No.
I mean, I have to listen to it. I'm excited to see the Coaster Radio episode now.
It'll be fun.
So we ran around. There's a bunch of other, obviously some of the Coaster crew members, Kim, Rob, and David, those guys. But
what was annoying is so the announcement was at 11. So here comes 11 o'clock. We've already set up a tripod. We got a nice prime spot right in front of it. We got the amazing little cover. We got the full stage. But meanwhile, we're like, all right, 11 o'clock rolls around, and up comes someone from Carowinds, and they go, all right, guys, 20 minutes we'll start. And they started in 20 minutes. Now we're 11:20 in, and now we've began.
Now, to give all fairness, they allotted 45 minutes for their time, and the actual presentation with the delay was still under that. Okay. So they said at 11:45 the coaster opens up. So I'll say the back of the badge, that's what it said. So that's,
Oh, okay. Well, listen,
it wasn't too bad.
For me, in my head, I'm thinking, all right, 11 o'clock, I can run
Is this your first media day you've done? Like this style media day, the big announcement, you get to ride the ride first?
Yes, this will be my first.
This is very typical.
Yeah.
This is very typical for media days. So.
For me, I was expecting, all right, I've got from 11 to 2, I think is what they said, and I can get my B-roll, I can maybe get in 2 or 3 rides, and then I can get some more, with the intros and walking around and whatnot, but we ended up...
well, the first thing we did, once they did the announcement, and the announcement was really cool. They had a big fireworks show, which you can't see during the day. You can just hear loud booms.
You can hear it, yeah.
Now, you can hear it. They had fire on the roof.
Was there any confetti? Was there any of that?
They had fire. I remember that. They had a smoke thing to
Was there confetti? I think there was for like a couple seconds.
There might have been an assload of confetti.
I think there was.
There might have been.
Well, I think they matched the weight of Fury in confetti. So I think it was 2.7 tons.
Have you ever seen the end of the Super Bowl when the whole place just fills up with confetti? They have confetti squirting everywhere.
Ticker tape.
No, not that. The actual end of the Super Bowl, once they announce the winner, they just have the team colors and a massive amount of confetti just fill the arena. that was a small confetti show compared to what we got. So.
Yeah, I think they got the leftovers from this.
Super Bowl leftovers.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool. It was. I
am shocked that afterwards everybody obviously runs to ride the ride, and then when we came back, all the confetti was gone. So obviously they had a crew ready to just go in there, boom, confetti gone.
Yeah. Well, there's some in my case because I left my case open.
That's right. His case was open. It was covered in confetti.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna try to clean this out. So I'm taking home some Fury confetti. If anybody wants some, you can find some on eBay.
No. We'll give them away as prizes. You'll give away one strip of confetti every show for the next 6 months.
There we go. It'll be signed.
Yeah, signed by the whole In the Loop crew.
Yeah, because the confetti was large enough for us to do that too. But,
so yeah, after the big show, they had some cool moments in there where they had like this really fancy LED TV like jumbotron behind them. Really, really fancy.
Some games with the cell phone and
yep. When they did the like governor check-in from
South Carolina,
then governor check-in from North Carolina had to come in, of course. So then the governor of Charlotte or mayor of Charlotte,
the mayor.
So they had a lot of cool check-ins from that. I was hoping celebrities, didn't get that, but we got those 3, and it was a very nicely well done presentation. It was very good.
Rob Decker from Cedar Fair, who
teased us. He teased us. He wouldn't tease us on camera. When we asked him to tease us again, he wouldn't do it. But during the announcement, he did say there's going to be a big splash in 2015 at Carowinds.
At 16, yeah, 2016. He said expect a big splash, and things will continue to roll on. He emphasized on splash and roll. So
I didn't catch that second
You
part.
didn't catch that?
No, I was too busy. The second he said splash in 2016, I was like, nerd, I need to get that on the internet.
Yeah. I was posting it as well. We double posted, but I put the roll part
when the announcement happened, we were like the 3rd people down there, so our tripod positioning was amazing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it gets so crowded. I was like, I'm going to leave this to Braden. I'm going to just go in the very back and hang out back there. Yeah. And so I went to the very back. That's when I ran into the Coastal Radio guys. We chatted and did some selfies of each other, and that's I just kind of chilled out back there. And occasionally, Braden is a tall guy. He's taller than everybody there. Yeah. So occasionally they would say something, and I would see him turn around from the front row. And I'm not a short guy either, but
no.
I'd see him turn around from the front row and go,
it's like confirmation.
Oh, we met eyes. We know what's going on.
And you were like 80 feet away.
And everybody in between's like, what's going on? Is there a secret conversation?
Yeah, I think it was like the POV announcement. I was like, oh, we got our own line. Cool. Yeah. Which actually wasn't that cool because it was very long line. So.
Yeah, and that's what happened next. They let everybody go to Fury, and the first thing we did, which is smart on Braden's behalf, he said, we're going interviews first. Run over to the interview line. We'll get the interviews. So we got Mr. Decker. We got the president of Carowinds in there, and we got those 2 interviews very well done.
I learned that at Scary Farm announcement. You go for just get
and again,
interviews in.
With that, it's a little different because there's no ride. It's just like here's the announcement and here's the people.
There was a buffet, so everyone went to the buffet for cocktails and shrimp. And so I went for the interviews with the people. So
I do have to say this: Braden was worried when the day before he's like, "All the enthusiasts are going to be there. It seems like it's just going to be a massive amount of people, and this is going to suck. We're never going to be able to ride the ride." And I said, "Braden, you don't understand. There's going to be food."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, they're not going to go eat food over a roller coaster." And I said, "For some, including myself." It's difficult to say which one I want to do first. Do I want to go to the buffet and eat shrimp, or do I want to ride the roller coaster that's going to be there forever? The shrimp is not going to be there forever. The roller coaster is going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So it was busy, obviously, for the first rides because everybody went there, but it thinned out very quickly, and it was pretty much a walk on the rest of the time. And to their credit, they also opened the Slingshot, which had a very long line the whole time.
And Intimidator,
so that helped with the lines. Now, I didn't make it over to the buffet and Intimidator until almost the end of it. They were already tearing down the buffet by the time I got in there.
Yeah.
And Intimidator didn't have, they were only doing front row rides because there's just nobody on it. Like, they were just jumping in the front row and going.
Oh, wow, okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how busy it got at Intimidator, but it's a little trick that they do to thin out the crowds a little bit.
Yeah, the Fury line was really long. It went past the sign. You know, I was like, oh boy, this is super long. And then maybe 30 minutes into it, I'm like, where the heck did everybody go?
Yep.
And the line, I mean, we were just passing people waiting for the POV, because there's two lines. You have the POV line, which is for the red stickered working media people only, like ourselves and some other people were in that group, and then others was the enthusiasts and the other media.
There was another a yellow sticker. I don't know if that was the other media. I don't know exactly,
Not
but
sure.
there's a yellow sticker. I'm not sure what that was. And there was the first auction people, the enthusiasts.
It
and
may,
stuff
yellow,
like that.
yellow may have been first ride people.
Oh, that could have been it too. Yeah.
Because there was the first ride people auctioned off. They rode and came back, and then I think there was 2 trains for first rides.
And I will say the line was scary for the POV shot. We actually got in line, and I said, this is going to take forever. This is going to take way too long.
Yeah.
They had 2 cameras out of 3 trains, so they had 2 trains with cameras on it. Tony Clark was heading up that, and he and his crew did an amazing job doing the POVs, because they got everybody in there and through there.
Yep.
By the time we were coming to the final portions of shooting for us, the line was gone. Like, they had already got the whole thing done, and I thought that would have never happened.
And they gave us this cool Fury thing with a little thumb drive in it. So, yeah, you would get off the ride, and they'd hand you this, and you'd get your POV.
Yeah, so it was, they did a good job. And obviously, Tony Clark is from Cedar Point. Don Helbig was there as well, helping out from Kings Island. We have him in our enthusiast
I think
video.
everyone this side of the Mason-Dixon that worked at
Mason-Dixon is
anyway,
vertical line, not a horizontal. Mississippi is what you say then. Everybody east of the Mississippi. That's the way you say it. Especially when you're in the South.
Yeah, well,
everybody east of the Mississippi.
I think all the PR and maybe even the salespeople from Cedar Fair.
Yeah, we got a chance to see Pam, our friend.
I never did get to say hi.
You never got to see her?
Yeah, okay.
Our buddy from King's Dominion, the PR girl there, Caitlin. Yes, she was there. She was actually doing the interview line, so she got us into the interviews and stuff. And so yeah, everybody did a great job with that. Obviously, it's difficult throwing an event that big together, and they did a very good job. So the POV line, we ended up getting out of line. Like, we were like, this is going to take forever. We were actually contemplating maybe we just skip the POV, which is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So we said, let's just go and get our B-roll, get some other stuff together. And no, stupid me. No, I said, let's get out of line and ride it.
I thought let's ride and then maybe film, and it was amazing. So we're like, oh my gosh, this is, and we got stuck in the middle because the guy wouldn't let us ride in the back. And then the next time we came around, he said row 8, and I said no way.
And we got that twice because we flipped. Like, you did the left back seat, and then I did the left back seat. So we got the back row twice.
Yeah, left back is the best seat on that thing. The front is amazing too, but the back left over some of those hills is, oh man.
And the thing that really makes this unique over other B&M coasters is not really the height. I mean, they've done that with Leviathan, but it's some of the ways that they turn the car.
It's a lateral float. So what that means is usually when you float up.
Yeah,
right?
Airtime.
So you get an airtime float up. But this one makes you feel like you're going to fall out of the train.
Because they're doing it at this angle. So they go up, and then boom, there is the airtime before you go down.
Sideways. And there's some times when you're hauling the mail. Like Rob Decker said in the announcement that they wanted to use every bit of the inertia. And he said that they would get the results back from the computer and they would say, can we just stretch it just a little bit more, just get a little bit more airtime? And you can tell every single corner, every single airtime hill, every single thing, there's been forces in the corners, there's airtime at any moment they can get. That first turnaround, anyone who says it's anything close to Leviathan does not understand. That thing goes right, left, then it banks, then right and then left again, and it hucks you out of the seat. It's what Intimidator was trying to do in those turns, I think.
Yeah, so, and Intimidator is it's one of my favorite coasters. I would say that this is the perfect amount of intensity, and the smooth factor is just simply amazing. It has bumped Intimidator 305 out of my top 2
Right.
It's now number 3. This is either number 2 or number 1. I don't even know yet. I'm still contemplating where I want to put this. But
I know all the Intamin fanboys out there are getting all upset.
Oh,
They're saying it's great.
I need to turn off the YouTube right now.
I'll tell you, I love Intamins, and I don't want to pick one. It's like trying to pick your child. Like it's too hard because
which one do you love more?
Yeah, like Intamin has, for me, it has that rumble. The train isn't totally smooth. You get more vibration through it, and then you have those forces. I mean, the gray out moments on Millennium, and you've got the gray out moments on I-305 are amazing. And like, I love Maverick Blitz coasters are my favorite. I love that. But with Fury, you don't really get any gray out moments. You just get that nice hard oof moments of like coming through a corner, and like you get no sense of dizziness. You just get a sense of fun. You just have an amazing time on it, and when it's over, you want to do it again.
Yeah, and so we did it at least 3 times before we said, okay, we do need to get to work.
Right.
So he grabbed the camera. We started doing some stuff.
And then got distracted again.
Yeah, we got distracted. Yeah. And there was definitely a time where we got distracted.
Yeah.
I think the last time we went up, we rode it 3 times. We were going for the 4th time, real quick. And that's when Jerry from Coaster Force said, hey, Clint, come on, you're going to be on the POV with me. And Jerry's logic was, because he was standing in line with me at the time, and I said, I'm getting out of line, I'm not going to wait, I'll get in line later. And he decided he was going to wait in line. And this is how great of a guy Jerry is. He's done this before at the Dollywood Media Day. We always run into each other at Media Days. And it just, outstanding guy. He said, come on, get in the POV with me. If you don't end up getting your POV later, then at least you have mine. We'll share it. You know, we can be both of ours. Great guy. So we both did it. We both sat with him and did the POV. He had his college buddy in there, and then
his college buddy who wasn't a coaster enthusiast. And he dragged him onto
the whole shit moment, or the holy shit moment when we were going down that hill.
Oh yeah. Well, he got the halfway up that lift hill and was like, oh god, and realized how much more we had to go. And we sat in the front, so the drop is a little less intense in the front. In the front, you get the roll down and then you fall, which is good. But in the back, I mean, I would just, that guy would have crapped himself. Because in the back, you hop out at before the apex of the hill, and then you float all the way to the bottom, and then you hit your seat again. It's fantastic. That 81 degrees, I mean, just that extra degree is...
So, obviously, Jerry got his videos up last night. We got our video up last night. And it's funny because we went back and forth looking at the comments popping up on his and on ours. And one guy commented on both of them doing the, excuse me, this is not a POV because it is not the point of view. And it clearly states on both his and ours, it's a reverse POV.
Yes.
Which, what is a better terminology for that? What is a better, I know it's not a POV. That is exact.
Maybe it's a reaction video.
Reaction video? I like reverse POV. I think everybody knows it as reverse POV.
It's an industry term. It is just what happens.
Yeah. So we got the reverse POV, and then somebody commented on our, or was it his, saying that is that Clint from Inland, or is it ours saying, hey, weren't you?
Or no. It was on ours.
It was ours.
They said, hey, wait, was it Clint on the Coaster Force one? Yeah.
So we were obviously able to get the front row ride there.
You could actually, there was no redos. So when you said 302 on the drop, even if you went, crap, I said 302, let's do it again. That was it.
That's it. That's why you only get one shot
POV and you're done. So we got 2 just because we wanted to ride with Jerry. Wanted to ride.
And it's really cool. You're probably seeing this before we're actually getting the really, really cool Media Day video up. The idea is we did that, the enthusiast VIP red carpet thing for the hour before, which is just going to be its own video.
Right.
And then Braden is putting together this amazing, almost like a documentary style video. And that's normally I would talk through the whole video. I would say stuff through the whole video, and I didn't. Basically, we said, okay, we're going to multi-purpose this video for 2 different reasons. We're going to do it as the full video for the POV, which we would never use the chain lift part as a part of the video for the documentary. So I said, I'm going to talk through the whole chain lift.
Right.
And then once we go, I won't look at the camera anymore. We'll just have fun, and that'll be the documentary style stuff. So
it'll be a mixture, I think, of everything.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little VIP in there.
Maybe. Huh?
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see.
His creative mind is just bubbling
Throw
on
it all
that.
together, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be good. That we've got some great shots, some cool slow motion shots of that turnaround hill. The highlight for me on that ride. I don't know about you, but that hill is awesome. So, yeah, it's great. The bridge is the whole. Let's talk about the entrance. The new entrance is awesome.
The new entrance is cool. I don't think it's as cool as Cedar Point's entrance.
No.
Cedar Point's entrance seems like they did the whole thing. It's just way more inviting.
This is still really cool.
Amazing entrance. It blows King's Dominions out of the water. In fact, I would see very easily Cedar Fair doing this at most of their big parks.
Right.
I don't think Michigan Adventures Valley Fair are going to get a big entrance remodel.
Yeah, I don't know
but
about Knott's Berry Farm. I mean,
yeah, Knott's Berry Farm would be hard because of the way if I remember correctly, the way it's built in there. But they also do have, what is it, the B&M coaster there? Is Silver Bullet?
Silver Bullet, yeah.
And the way it rushes, doesn't it like rush the entrance? Like it comes up and does like the Cobra head right there?
You can see the Cobra is like peeking over the entrance, and right when you come in, it's right there.
Yeah.
And then that's when it scares all the...
it plays a little bit on that, but I think King's Dominion is in a good position probably to do something there. Carowinds obviously did it. Kings Island. Kings Island has ways that they could play around with that.
For me, I would say the vote for best entrance would still go to Cedar Point because the turnstiles are literally underneath the keyholes of Gatekeeper. Mm-hmm. Where Fury, you walk through.
You're walking. The coaster is welcoming you before you even go through their gate, and their gate is very open. It doesn't feel like you're going through that crammed, compact, rush of thing. It's very open like Cedar Point's. Cedar Point got the really long LED display. Carowinds only got a portion of that, and then they got
they have the LED up towards where the actual turnstiles are.
Yeah.
The turnstiles are like 150 feet or 150
and then they got like banners on each side of that. But Cedar Point does the whole stretch.
Yeah.
So, but it's still really cool.
It's still cool. It's
going to be neat to see how everything grows in, how the trees and stuff, if they do any landscaping and stuff, because right now it looks very bare. So it'll be fun to see how they play around with that. But
one cool thing they have too is when you're parking, I'm thinking about a guest who arrives at the park. You come around the park, so you're looking over to the left, you see Intimidator, then you come around the corner, and then you've got this big monster Fury, that's all you can see.
Yep.
From the parking lot now, all you see is this big blue and green Fury sitting there. So for most people who are going to show up to this thing for the first time and don't even know that roller coaster's there, they're going to go, I got to do that. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to make their way, and they're cleverly, you've got to walk through the park. I didn't get to do the whole park, but you walk past through a lot of things to get to the ride. So it's going to be good. It's great.
And the parking lot that we parked in, I assume is probably going to be their preferred parking. That's like that you pay extra to park there,
right.
And they park you in the parking lot that's by Intimidator. I'm guessing. I really don't know. But.
I would assume because Cedar Fair is known for doing the preferred parking.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So after that we kind of split up. That's where our priorities really showed.
Well, you did
Braden,
the POV. That's what you stood in line to get the POV.
Yep, I did do that. And then Braden did some video and stuff, and then he joined me along with Danielle. I wanted Danielle to be a part of the POV. Yeah. And then he said, well, let's go over to the bridge and get some shots up front and do our opening spiel and stuff like that. And I said, dude, there's food somewhere in this media day I need to get to. And so I walked the camera up, and he has a really cool gimbal camera system, and then he has my tripod with the big, massive, huge ass camera with the massive, bigger than life lens on there. And so I'm carrying that, he's carrying the gimbal, and there's no way you can carry both of them. It's impossible. So I got that up to the bridge, dropped it off the bridge. I said, I'm going to eat. I'll meet you over there. So, I said I'll be back in 10 minutes. So I go over to the food. The food, amazing. They're wrapping it up. They were tearing it down when I walked in, which is kind of a bummer. But was able to get pretty much everything that they had before they tore it down. They had the massive shrimp with the cocktail sauce. They had mushroom ravioli. They had smoked duck, smoked duck with salmon on there.
Is that what I ate?
Amazing desserts. That's what you ate. Yeah, amazing desserts. They had the Fury ice cream, but there was no one serving it, so I didn't get any of it.
Fury ice cream.
Really, really fancy. They had this really cool ice sculpture with the honeycomb and stuff in there. Really, really cool. They were tearing it down when I walked in, so I didn't get to see much of that. Really, really nice setup in the Harmony Hall, which is, I believe, their new building that they have there.
So meanwhile, I'm at the front gate.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not done?
No,
There's more food. Keep going.
I want to talk about my food experience.
Yeah, keep going.
I sat down with Kim and Rob and Ann and David, and we ate food, and they had some really, really, I believe we featured this style of food at IAPA. Maybe we didn't feature it. Maybe we just ate it. But it was like long Fruit Loops of all these different kinds. They had the same texture, but it was in a long tube, and they had a lot of that. That was amazing. They had cream puffs. Oh, they had truffles with all these different salted caramel truffle. They were out of those. I didn't get a salted caramel truffle. I don't even remember the truffles I grabbed. It was probably the bottom of the barrel for what they had, but still amazing for truffles. So,
right.
They had paninis. They were making like this turkey amazing panini. Then all the drinks they had in the glass thing, the what do they call it in the South? The mason jar or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that, and that was okay. Oh, and then I said I would grab some food for him. All they had left was shrimp and smoked duck, so I grabbed that for him.
And some salami or pepperoni.
Oh, they had pepperoni.
Yeah.
I grabbed that, and didn't I put a couple? I think I put 5 or 6 of the cream puffs on there. Yeah. But I ate 4 of the cream puffs on the way to you, so that did not happen. That was a joke. I just gave him 2 cream puffs. That's all.
But so meanwhile, I'm at the front gate. I'm getting shots at the ride, and then I realized, you know what? It's after 2. They're still running the ride. I'm gonna go get a ride in. Before I go, I want to go home on a high note.
Now, keep in mind, he is at the bridge with the Steadicam.
What would you say? Quarter mile, half a mile away?
Yeah,
pretty far.
A far walk.
Yeah,
the entrance to the ride.
Clint earlier said you can rewind, and he said it's impossible to carry the gimbal and the tripod together.
Impossible.
The rush and excitement of riding Fury again came over me, and I somehow slung the tripod over my shoulders and carried the gimbal and sped walk. I was passing people on the pathway with this thing, and they were riding.
I know why you were passing people, because both of them are so damn heavy that you were probably like, I need to get to I'm going to drop it, I need to get there,
They were in a gravy coma from the buffet. Yeah. But no, I got there and I turned the corner and they had, an empty train was going up the lift. So I had just missed the last train, which it's all right. I ended up getting, I don't know the exact number, 7 or 8 times on there. So I rode front, back, middle, lefts and rights and all that. So I'm going to put together a ride review here too.
Yeah.
Of some POV, some off-ride, and talk about it and give people a little bit of an insight of what to kind of expect. Stop watching POVs and thinking, oh, that's what that's going to feel like. You just don't know until you do it. It's got a completely different experience. So
I will have to say, I absolutely love your gimbal. That thing is amazing. Like the video that we were getting, the things that we could do with it, and the smoothness that can come out of it is just absolutely phenomenal. And people right away were like coming over and taking pictures.
Yeah.
And,
what's your name? What's your card? Oh, I want to see this.
Oh, I need pictures. It was like he can't get anything done because I'm not the superstar anymore.
It's really handy too for what we did with Media Day, where you don't have to carry around a monopod or a tripod. You just hold it up and it's a steady shot, and you walk to the next thing. And
for some reason, there was a obsessive amount of Clint's crotch shots.
Yeah, that's where my arms rest when I'm not holding it up.
When you're on, yeah. There's going to be a whole collage of Clint's crotch shots.
But
it wasn't just me; it was everybody. Like for some reason, like when he has to start the camera, he has to put it in a position where he can reach it and get all that stuff, and that's always at crotch level. That's all. That's the way it is.
Well, there's a great thing on behind the scenes on, I think it's Gold Member with Mini-Me, what's his name? Vern Troyer?
I've met him.
Okay. So Vern Troy
got an autograph with him. You just blew by that. That's not funny.
Where'd you meet him at?
Mall of America.
Mall of America.
Yeah. $25 to shake his hand and get his autograph.
Wow.
I didn't know you had to pay for things like that. When they said, "Hey, Mini-Me's going to be at the Mall of America," I was like, "Let's go." No line to see Mini-Me. There was nobody paying that $25, but I was like, it's going in the autograph collection. I'm going to put down that $25. You know who else is in the autograph collection? Jessica Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
She's hugged me.
Oh.
Yep. She's short. Very short.
Did you still watch that shirt?
No, I used that shirt for several years as my roller coaster shirt. It was a Hawaiian shirt. It was back in my skinny days. Really, really nice shirt, but ended up tearing in the back, so I can no longer wear it.
Well, there's a blooper with him on Goldmember, and they're doing this shot of him, and he's standing there, and the cameraman says, "All I see here are butts, or all I see are asses." And Vern Troyer looks at the camera and goes, "Now you know what it's like." But I mean, leading up to the Gimbal, we stopped at Frankies in Raleigh to check that out, and we used the Gimbal.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. We now that I'm in the FEC business, I decided that while we're down here, there's a really cool FEC I wanted to check out, and that was Frankies. And it was in Raleigh, so it's what, 2.5, 3 hours from where we were. So we're leaving Media Day. We ran to a Sonic to eat lunch and upload the POV so we could get it up as soon as possible because they had Wi-Fi, which evidently Wi-Fi sucks. So I connected my phone to his computer and it uploaded in what, like 4 minutes?
Yeah, something is really fast.
Yeah.
And then we realized we could just do it going down the road.
Yeah. So then we got on the road and we didn't end up uploading anything else, did we? We did.
No, just that.
Oh, we had to re-upload it because he uploaded it to his private. Like we kept getting messages from doing stuff because when we upload videos, we usually do it as private, and then those guys can go ahead and slap the intro on it and things like that. So we have a whole team of people who are working to make this kind of stuff happen. Toronto, Josh, and Andrew being the team in this instance, because Legend was in California, and which that made for a very interesting day of posting on In the Loop's Facebook page, because it's us doing all the media stuff. And then it is, I believe, Dan. I didn't know who it was because they weren't actually listing it. Dan was at Busch Gardens, and he kept posting stuff of Fury down there, saying, "Hey, at Fury Media, yeah, Falcon's Fury," and be like, "I'm at Fury's Media Day," and stuff like that. And it was somewhat hilarious. And then there's just drunk Legend, and he's like, beer, girly fruity drink.
Yeah. So then he said he got lost on the way to Media Day.
Yes.
A picture of Radio Springs. So. But Frankies was cool.
We didn't finish the story yet. We need to backtrack back. So we're driving up the road, and we keep getting messages saying it still hasn't posted yet. We still don't see it. And Braden's like, they said that they're not seeing it. I don't know what's going on. I turned to him. I said, "You posted it on your private page, not on our page." And he's like, "What?" And he gets his laptop out, and I fire up my phone again. He logs in. He goes, "I did. I uploaded." So it would have been up like an hour earlier if we would have posted it to the right page.
Yeah. But thanks to technology and cell phones.
Yeah, we're then driving up the road is when we
now we know we could have did that at the damn park.
Yeah.
We could have just popped out brought in the laptop and did it.
It was very difficult because I think there was a lot of cell phone usage going on at the park. So, like, during the media announcement, I would take a picture and upload it, and it would take forever because I think everybody was uploading pictures during the announcement.
If you check out the Facebook page, there's a ton of Facebook updates of people we met and the excitement of it.
And not only that, but this morning when we woke up, Carowinds, their Fury 325 was actually trending on Facebook. So so many people are talking about it that it started trending. So
yeah, we went to Frankie's, and cool little family center. It looks like it's 10 years old, but it looks like it was built like last month.
Yeah, we'll do a little behind the scenes here. You're only going to get this right here in this video, so don't tell anybody. Okay. We went in and looked around first, and we're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." We weren't planning on doing an update. I just wanted to go in, see what new games they have, how they run things, things like that. And we saw the Star Wars Battle Pod, and I was like, "Oh my God, they have a Star Wars Battle Pod." We talked about this in IAPA, and then they had the Fishbowl game, which we've said several times. Those two games were going to be the big hits. Dave and Buster's had them, now Frankie's has them. The Battle Pod, we found out, was its first day. It was just installed,
so we could have been 5 p.m. We were there at 8.
Yeah. So we could have been one of the first people to actually do the Battle Pod. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't actually do it. I didn't get a chance to, which I should have probably done that instead of the Fishbowl game 3 times. Yeah, the Fishbowl game cost $2, which is pretty expensive. And the Battle Pods cost $3, which is again super expensive.
Much more worth it. Fishbowl is about this long.
10 seconds. 10 tickets! 10 tickets!
Yeah, and you end up getting a little mini Halloween candy size M&M bag.
I got M&Ms, and that was it. I got 10 tickets left on my card.
$4 bag of M&Ms.
10 tickets left. Here's the card. 10 tickets left.
There we go. If you want it.
There's 25 cents left on there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a chance to walk around, experience it a little bit, and then we said we need to capture that. So we talked to a manager there and said we want to bring a camera in and explain a little bit about what we're doing. And he was like, okay, go ahead. So we broke out the gimbal, we grabbed the camera, we grabbed the GoPro, we went in there, we did some stuff on the go-karts, which again, funny story, they got 3 go-kart tracks, a rookie track, a shamrock track, and the roads course.
Road course, yeah.
And we did the shamrock and the roads course, and getting in the shamrock, we were doing a one where he had the GoPro on the back facing me, and I was supposed to follow him. Didn't know what kind of track it was. We didn't see anyone ride on it before we did it, so we just got on it and did it. It's like a slick track.
Yeah,
like you're fishtailing and you're wiping out all the time. It was crazy.
Yeah, and they had a scoreboard, so we
thought that they were, yeah.
I don't know what happened, but
our times didn't register.
We were staying close, and then Clint kept spinning out. So we got some good footage. I thought
me spitting out.
Yeah, I got some good footage, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for a lap. There's 2 other guys on the track, so I finally got my lines down, and I ended up passing both of them. And then it ends, and I look at the board, and I'm like, I know I have to have the fastest lap. They all say zeros.
Zero.
No, so bored. Hey, Virginia.
Hey, we are in Virginia. Welcome to Virginia.
It's for lovers.
So we did that, and then we did the roads course. There was 2 other a date going on between a guy and a girl.
Your cart had to have race gas in it. We were on a straightaway.
Everybody else got other gas, and I got race gas.
I was on the straightaways.
And this was a really cool view with the GoPro. We put it like over my right shoulder on one of the wings, so it was coming over my left shoulder and over the wing, so you could see me and you could see what I was doing.
Yeah.
Really, really cool shot. But most of it is me just in the lead. Like I started kind of in the back of the track. He was last. I was second to last. The 2 on the date were in front of me, and probably shouldn't say this. I did a little bumping. It wasn't really my fault. And Frankie, if you're listening, it wasn't my fault. Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing the whole, and this is getting dangerous now, I was doing the whole passing on the inside lane. They didn't see me, and they turned more in. Then I just forced myself through, and they get bumped over to the side. Nobody wiped out, so it was a little safe, and we did it,
There was actually rules written against that back in F1 racing days, back in the 80s. And there was a famous race car driver named Senna who would take those lines, and drivers would get angry at them for cutting on the inside. And he goes, what are you talking about? It's open, I'm going there. And they're like, there's a line there, I'm gonna take it. If you get in the way, that's your problem. And they did not like, the drivers hated it. But Senna was an amazing race car driver, and new rules had to be written because of him. So you're living in the essence of Senna at the go-kart track.
Well, were the new rules written in his favor or against his favor?
I think it was towards his favor, because there was like guys that would intentionally just crash into him because they would get angry on the inside line, like, oh, you can't take that line, and they'd just crash into him, and they'd wipe out, and then they would try to get Senna in trouble. Long story. Check it out. Documentary. Senna. S-E-N-N-A. Amazing race car driver. But yeah, it was extremely fun. They had what they call it, the spinny, the Mosier.
Yeah, like it's like a claw type thing. I believe it was at IAPA a couple of times. So yeah, it wasn't running. They were painting it at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the roads course. Yeah, I whipped by those guys, and then I was so far in the lead, but I was never going to catch up to everybody. So I ended up slamming on the brakes, letting everybody pass me, and then doing the I'm going to pass everybody again. So
yeah, you had the hot car,
and that's when we could tell my car was definitely going faster than everybody else's, because we could go on a straightaway and I'd just be like, "See ya, sucker!"
Yeah.
I think there's definitely video of me doing that exact thing.
There definitely is. So, but it was fun, and they had a ropes course out there.
Yeah, they had a two-level ropes course. Drew would be happy. He loves those ropes courses, so they had that going on.
And then they had a restaurant inside, the Chill Zone.
Yep. You got they had several flavors of icy, and you got a pina colada one.
I know I've actually researched the icy flavor thing. There's something like 76 flavors of ices, and it's just up to the vendor to pick. So some places only have 3.
The blue and red.
Blue and red.
Blue and red.
Or they'll have the disgusting Coca-Cola one.
Don't like the Coca-Cola.
No. Or every once in a while there's like lime one that I've gotten sometimes. It's like something lime, apple lime or something. But there they had a pina colada, and I had to try it out. And they had a banana one, which I couldn't.
I didn't want to do it because it was probably healthy.
Yeah, it had banana.
It had bananas in it.
Can't have it.
Drew would not have liked it. Drew's allergic to bananas.
Well, maybe not banana icy, because I don't know if there's actually banana.
There's probably no banana in it whatsoever.
No. So, but yeah, it was cool. I played Battle Pod and that weird little shoot. I'm a sucker for the shootouts. I'm a sucker for those things. So this was a very strange shootout game. It was the Hillbilly Shootout.
Yeah, it was not a high quality shootout game.
No.
Most of the things weren't even working in there, so you would do it and it wasn't necessarily working. So
Right.
we're watching. We keep passing cops. So if you see us being like,
I'm just sitting there. I'm waiting for him to think that this GoPro on the dash is a radar detector.
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
I will guarantee to the Facebook fans right now, if we happen to get pulled over, which I was only going 4 miles over the limit when I passed that guy, if we happen to get pulled over, we will continue to record.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll continue to record.
Why wouldn't we?
And we'll see what happens. That's an in the loop promise to you guys.
But yeah, I think that's kind of it. And they had like an alcohol adult area there.
Yep, the chill zone.
That was the chill zone? I thought the whole restaurant
the chill.
Oh.
No, there was a whole bar area we didn't even walk into. Yeah.
So I thought the whole restaurant was called that, and they had a laser tag.
Yeah, it was a very small arena. It was a double level arena. They had some bowling, mini bowling. They had a really cool play structure for the kids in there. Yeah. They had a drop tower inside that was also featured at IAPA.
A spinning drop tower.
Yeah, a spinning drop tower that just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And this really crazy thing called a spider web, where it's like multi-levels of bungee cords that you climb up through, or bungee straps.
Oh, and we played the Batman ride too.
Oh, that was fun.
Game.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by it because I thought we were on the same team at first, and then I realized we're not. We're against each other, but on the same team. We're both Batman.
Just for points. Whoever can shoot the most cars in these like satellite.
To me, it has a very. Again, I didn't play Battle Pods when we were there, but I did play it at IAPA, and it felt very similar to the Battle Pods, where you didn't really do a lot of the driving. It kind of hits buildings and goes the direction, and you're more just pointing to shoot. And and I feel like that's the same way in Star Wars. Like you're driving, but they're keeping you on an invisible track, and they don't let you out of it. And you're just pretty much aiming to shoot, and even the aiming doesn't have to be close. Like all I really was doing was hitting the gas and hitting the gun. I wasn't really doing much of anything.
Well, I mean that's good. I mean it makes it fun. They should just, the gameplay on Batman's pretty decent length. I think we got to like the 3rd mission or something, so it's pretty decent length play. You know, it's like the pirate game. For me, I always gauge a good arcade game on how easy it is to get along. You know, if I'm spending $1 for a game, I want to get pretty far. Or $3. I mean, Battle Pod was $3.
Yeah.
So.
There was a really cool game from the same people who did. We have at Funland Pirates, Dead Storm Pirates.
We got to talk about that thing. What was that thing called?
I don't even remember. It was something 4D.
Yeah,
4D something. 4D game. And it's one of those games where you climb in, so it's kind of like Battle Pods, but not with the screen. It just has a flat screen, but it's in 3D. Yeah. So what you do is you grab glasses that are chained to the thing and you put them on. They're good glasses.
Yeah.
They're nice glasses. Put on the glasses, you get the gun, and you're going to shoot zombies. Now, only one of us played because it was a $2 or $3 game.
Yeah.
So I swiped the card and I played it. And when you're playing, you got the gun, like a gun you point like this. So you put both hands on it and you shoot. And together, you would shoot together and it would be even stronger.
Right.
And you're shooting zombies. That's what you're shooting. You're in some type of Saw type thing where you and this really hot, big boobed girl are trying to get out of this thing. Am I wrong to think that the animated girl in the thing was hot?
I don't. Maybe. Maybe. I don't remember her being hot.
You don't remember saying,
I remember
if I was a cartoon and we were stuck in this scenario.
All my memory of that game is you're kind of not really doing anything, and then a door swings open, and then this zombie, and the whole bench vibrates terribly, and the surround sound's really loud. And
they do it like every time. It's like,
it's scared.
Oh, where are we going? Doma!
It scared the crap out of Clint.
Well, before we even did it, again, you can't see what it does because they have it draped off, so when other people are in it, all you hear is screams. So there were some girls in there earlier that did it, and I heard them scream bloody murder, and I was like, really? Really? That bad? Come on now.
Yeah.
So when we went over there, I went in, I said, I want to try it, I want to do it. And the way they do it's just like a horror movie. When you, boom,
Yeah.
But when you're sitting in the paid seat, the seat that you actually paid to play, they have air like breathing on your neck,
yeah.
like somebody's breathing on your neck, and then they have the squirt of air come at you from the front, the squirt of the air coming from behind, and they got all this stuff going on. And on top of all of that, where your life bar is, where it's telling you how much life you have left in the game, there is a heart rate monitor. And in 3D, it's amazing. You can see the heart coming out at you. It's in this like eerie blue, and then it said like it's a 71.
Yeah, we're like
84.
What the heck is that?
102. Like it kept getting higher, lower, and I was like, that can't be my actual. All right, so we just lost all of the memory space on the card. We had to dump and replace. So now we're back at it, and I believe we were talking about the heart rate sensor on the one game.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a really cool effect that they were able, I guess, when we were getting out, he looked at the gun, and on the gun, there's heart rate monitors on there.
Yeah.
Keeping track of your heart rate while playing the game.
A metal contact that can measure your pulse somehow. Yeah.
So it was pretty interesting. It was a really cool game. I could see why places that cater to kids wouldn't put it in, because it does have scary moments.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of a teenager or adult game. It's not a little kid's game.
I think about 30 seconds into the gameplay, you said, "Not for kids." This is not kid friendly.
Well, I saw Boob Girl, so I was like, well, she's not really kid friendly. But then again, most racing games and stuff always have like Bikini Girl jumping up and down.
They all had this, as I discovered at Funland, it's like 6 of the machines all use the same model,
the same girl,
and in fact they use the same. No, they use the same outfit on the motorcycle game, Fast and Furious, and the motorcycle game. Both had the same girl with the blue top, black shirt, doing the same exact dance, the same 3 seconds, looping back and forth. And there's one where you're about to race, and they've cut them out and put them down like dancing next to the start of the race. It's pretty funny. Oh, so it was an alright game. We played another game that was kind of like Star Wars, where it wrapped around us all the way around. It was a two-player game. Play that, yeah.
Kind of like an Indiana Jones thing where we were doing it.
Yeah, again,
puzzle game. I don't really.
Yeah, there was a puzzle in the middle of it, but there was definitely the same manufacturers of the Pirates and the Transformers and those types of games. So yeah, that was interesting. It was cool because with every shooting game, anyone who plays them a lot knows that the guy who always kills you is the one that comes in just from the side of the screen and just shoots you or stabs you. But this one was like, he was to the left of you. You had to turn and shoot him because he was on your left, so you had to keep your eye out.
Yeah, but it wasn't just flicking the gun over to the side. This, you had to kind of turn over to the side.
Yeah, so. There was, if this was like shoot off the screen to reload, you'd have to like point behind you because the screen went all the way around you.
And oh, go ahead.
No, it was fun. And of course we died because of the bats.
Yep. So, bats eventually came in, and oh no, there's bats.
Yeah,
so
they always get me. So.
And that was pretty much Frankie's. Mini golf course, had three holes there. We didn't play any mini golf. They had some batting cages.
Not holes. Three
courses. Oh yeah, you're right. Some batting cages that I wanted to try, but he was like, "No, people don't want to watch you play the batting cages."
Well, I have blisters on my hands.
I didn't say you. I said me.
No, you don't want to see
you played batting cages all day one day.
Like 3 rounds. Let's get my swing back. It's been like 10 years.
Yeah. So, and I was like, "Well, it'd be fun to see me go in there and sucking at it," and he was like, "No, let's just go ride race cars."
Yeah, get batting cages at Funland. You can do them for free. I'm gonna come back and you're gonna go home run derby. Let's go. You're gonna get all your practice in.
And now we're here. Now we're on our way. But we went to IHOP last night. That was kind of an interesting experience. IHOP in Raleigh, North Carolina, or Durham, I guess it was. Durham.
Yeah, we were in Durham in some more Bible Belt experiences.
Yeah, it was 11 o'clock at night, and all of these religious people, I guess, from church were there or something.
All dressed up
going on. All dressed up.
Heavy accents.
And it was really weird because IHOP was not that busy. It was not that busy. But we were sat in a booth, and there was a couple in the booth behind me. and everybody wanted to talk to them. They must have been important in the religious community.
Yeah, something.
And so they were sitting there, and people kept crowding, and more. It's not like two people would come and talk to them and then leave. No, the crowd just kept getting bigger and bigger, it felt like. And then it started crowding me. Like, I was like, why are they all standing next to me? I don't like this.
Then we go outside, and they're all crowded around the car.
Around my car, yeah. It was like they left, and we're like, okay, it's time for us to leave. We pay for our stuff, and we go out there, and they're all gathered around my car. I'm like, what is this? They trying to save me or something?
They were checking out the guy's new pickup truck.
Mm-hmm. There's a scratch on it.
New Pride and Joy. Big old truck.
Yep. And then we stayed at a pretty sketchy but really nice Red Roof Inn. Yeah. So it was started out sketchy, and then we got in the room, and we're like, this is a super nice room.
Probably the nicest bed I've slept on since I left my house.
There you go.
It was nice.
There's a lot of different beds you've slept on. Not in a dirty way. Just
the Dollywood bed was the most interesting because it was an 8-bedroom house, and there was 16 people staying there. Well, I show up, and they're like, hey, the couch out here in the living room folds out, and the one in the dining room. And I'm like, everybody's hanging out in the living room, and they're playing flip cup and beer pong. Are you crazy? I'm not going to get any sleep. There's no way I'm sleeping in here. So I'm like, Sherry, can I sleep on the floor or something in your room? And they're like, yeah, I don't care. So then Anne, she was staying upstairs in the theater. It was like a movie theater room. And it had 1, 2, 3 couches, and she was going to sleep on one of the fold-up couches. And I was like, and Anne suggested, hey, you can sleep in here. And I said, oh, no problem. Cool, thanks. Then the idea came up, I could just steal the mattress out of one of the beds downstairs in the living room, bring it into the theater, and set it up in there. Well, I took it one step further, and I took all the couch cushions off, laid the couch cushions down, and then the mattress, and I had a decent night's sleep.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was 3 nights, so I had to get comfortable. But yeah, I slept on that thing for 3 nights, and then I've been Motel 6 in it. That's why I've been here. And then Red Roof Inn, that was a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
I needed that.
And it was one of those days where we didn't set an alarm. We just woke up this morning when we woke up.
Yeah,
so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be worth it. It's only a few bucks more than Motel 6, and I said I was on AAA, and they didn't even check for a card when I got there. So that's a traveling tip for you guys out there. If you ever want a discount, hey, you do it over the phone. You say, oh, I have AAA. Get the AAA discount, and usually they'll just forget to ask for your card. Worst thing that happens is you pay the extra, a couple bucks.
Oh, I don't have the card with me.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I left my money in the car.
Yeah.
Can you pick up this coffee?
Oh, darn it.
Yeah. Works right. It works. It works every time, 30% of the time.
And that's pretty much it. And now we're on our way back. We're now in Virginia. We are not too far away from Richmond. I think we're about an hour, less than an hour from Richmond, about an hour and a half to Fredericksburg. So we
were supposed to do laser tag tonight, but there was a employee thing at Funland, so it's been canceled. I was supposed to be going home today, and I decided to stay for laser tag, but I'm going to be staying an extra day just cause now. So I go home tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and that'll be all she wrote for me on the East Coast for a while. So,
all right, well, that's it. Do we have anything else we need to talk to these guys about?
Check YouTube, something maybe a little more entertaining.
We should have way too much content over the next 3 days.
The next 3 or 4 months. Yeah. All the parks are opening.
Way too much content.
We've got King's Dominion opening this weekend, Busch Gardens opening this weekend. Who else is opening this weekend?
Now, we'll be doing a video from King's Dominion this weekend.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll get somebody to do stuff at Busch Gardens for us until the temple, what is it called? The
Tempesto.
Tempesto opens.
The landscaping project.
Yeah, the cell phone tower. So we'll get all that stuff done. And
yeah, we'll have lots of content up. We've got Fury stuff. We've got Frankies going up. We've got the announcement at Fury going up. We've got Drew and Josh are going to be going to Carowinds this weekend and filming stuff.
Lots of Carowinds stuff.
Yeah. If you guys like Fury, you're going to love In the Loop.
If you like watching videos on YouTube.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have lots of content, obviously. I will be going to Twisted Colossus construction behind the scenes next week, hopefully.
Right.
I was supposed to be going there tomorrow, but things didn't work out, so I should be doing that. If not, I'll be doing construction updates there. I'm sure Drew's doing stuff with We got all kinds of stuff all over the country. So check it out.
It was crazy because there was definitely a moment last year on YouTube where the staff members said to themselves, what can we do? Or they said, let's try to do a video a day for a month, is what it was. That was the goal, a video a day for a month. And at that point, we were probably getting a video a week up. Maybe that was about it, about a video a week. Not a ton of video, but maybe 1 or 2 a week. And then we did that video a day thing, and all of a sudden it turned up the heat on what we were doing. Like all of a sudden every time we do something, it's being videoed. So,
all right, yeah.
Perfect point. Example, we're driving in a car and we're videotaping it now.
Yeah.
That's content for you right there.
Yeah. You guys should let us know down below too what you guys think of this. Do you guys want to see more of these road trip GoPro podcasts?
Yeah, you have to comment, because this is an idea that I had. I was like, hey, it would be very interesting, and it was never really intended for long road trips, even though that it works out well because we just did an hour and a half here almost.
Yeah,
hour and 10 minutes here. Just doing it on like short trips, especially like after you leave the park. Let's talk about it. You know, what's going on, that kind of thing. Kind of like a video podcast in the car, but it's kind of like the radio version of it. So I thought that would be a lot of fun.
It's fresh. It's on the brain. It's not.
Yep.
Hey, let's talk about it next week. Let's talk about it right now.
So I like the idea, but maybe it sucks. Maybe if nobody comments and says at the bottom, this is a good idea, then we know nobody even made it this far in the video to say that it was a good idea. So,
and if it sucks, they'll let us know.
Yeah.
There's no one ever,
nobody ever holds back. Yeah, this really sucks, but I'm not going to comment about it.
Yeah. Thumbs ups are great; those are encouraging.
Yep.
But
likes, dislikes,
comments are always good. So. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys on the YouTube page. Thank you guys very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys in the Midway.